As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.
Hey all, good afternoon. My morning intro coming to you live this afternoon. It's funny. I need to probably put together a afternoon piece for when I come in the afternoon. Like I haven't been live for a little minute. I haven't been live at all, except earlier when we were discussing Dolly being in Tennessee, you know. So it was, did I do another one? I can't remember. I really can't. It's hard to tell anymore. I do so many of them anymore. So good afternoon. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Saturday. I'm going to be leaving here soon. I am dressed up to go to a friend's office. They are watching a movie there, and I'm going to participate. So get to hang out with some friends this afternoon, which is nice. You know, it's nice. So good morning all, or good afternoon all. Let me try to move my mouse up here and let's see who's all in here. So we got Amanda, Karen, Cindy, Mo. Nice to see you from the UK across the pond. 777, Sage, Tanja. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. I might not. I don't know. Amy, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you, Rosemary rather. Snow, hey babe. It's been a little minute. I hope you're doing well. King of the Streets, nice to see you. Nice to see you in the chat today. Thank you. Linda, Sherry, and Nancy B. It's nice to see you guys all in here. Ride or Die, Nick. Love it. So a Sunstar, nice to see you as well. So, and all the other people that are in here, we have 108 people. We've only been live for about 2 minutes. So, that's great. So, you know, a lot of stuff going on here. Blue Eyes, nice to see you. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on and just shaking out. It's like, it's to me, just a little crazy. We're watching all this hate. You know, a lot of it's directed at me. I mean, heck, they've got, you know, channels and web pages, and I've never seen anything like it. You know, I thought TikTok was bad until I came to YouTube. Next thing you know, everybody's saying that they got you your subscribers, that they're the ones that made you. It's so funny. You know, nobody makes me. Hello. Oh, thank you. Life Has Choices. I love that name, and so very true that it is, that life has choices. Everybody gets to pick and choose the direction. Ronnie, my girlfriend, Ronnie's been with me. Actually, Ronnie, for many of you that are new to this channel, Ronnie was the very first mod I have ever had for this channel. She's still with me to this day. So kudos to Ronnie. You know, thank you guys for all that you do. Let's see, crime scene photo. I bet I got $10 on place in the Derby. Oh, yes, that's very sweet. You know, getting to that, first of all, I want to say before we start, Dolly's got some good content out. I don't know if many of you guys are seeing that JLR. He's been posting some new content as well on his channel. I noticed that I have not been getting my notifications for JLR's channel. So if you guys are also subscribers to Jonathan Lee Rich's, aka JLR's page, go back there, check your notification settings. I had to unsubscribe, resubscribe, and smash the bell for all, because I just wasn't getting anything. And he's been coming out with really good content, and then you got Dolly that was just in Rogersville, Tennessee. And, he's coming out with content, but I get his notifications for some reason. I got almost every single one of his notifications yesterday, but all of the content JLR had sent out was not getting. And he's been putting out some pretty stinking good content. So I hope if you guys haven't gone over to JLR's page, you guys go over there and look at some of the stuff he's got. His arrival, many of you guys know, I was very emotional and very passionate about the animal that was found there off Ben Hill Road, and made a passionate plea, whether that was, it was done, I have to say, primarily emotionally done. It really was. It was emotionally done. And, Jonathan actually had a great idea, and I'd like you guys to go over there and check it out. But he actually donated dog and cat food over to the Hawkins County Humane Society. And I thought that was a very sweet gesture, and, will be mimicking those moves myself here in the near future. I'm going to go ahead and buy a couple bags of dog food, a couple bags of cat food, and also send that over to Hawkins County Humane Society. I've also, am looking into, many of you guys know, I work politically here in Manatee County, and maybe some other way I can help Hawkins County is to go there and help drive home the need they have for animal control in their county. And I'm really considering that highly, because I think a lot of this stuff would tamper down with the animal control problem they're having in Hawkins County if they had animal control. Our county, it's like, it's hard to believe that this day and age in 2022 that all counties do not have certain, resources. And I'm in awe, because here in Manatee County, we've had animal control. I was born in 1979. I don't remember when we didn't have animal control around this county. I truly don't. And to think that, there are places out there that don't have the simple necessities to run a county is like, just, it's alarming to me. It really is. So it's a little cray-cray. So let me see what we got. Okay, so Ronnie will be right back. Hi, Venice. Nice to see you. Avocado and bee sting. I don't know what that means. I don't. But I do applaud you for your emojis. I love your emojis. I got to be honest with you. I love the emojis. Oh, Betty fan. Thank you. Deborah, nice to see you. The Real Gypsy Soul. Yes, nice. Oh, and for those that are just coming in here, please go out and make sure you hit the thumbs up button. It really does help this channel grow. I'm getting better at reminding everybody to go out there, because usually, especially if you're on your phone, you see my face, and then under that, you see the chat, and you forget to exit out of the chat, go hit the thumbs up button, and then open the chat back up. So if you guys can all go out there and give me a like for this segment, I would greatly appreciate it. And then we'll go ahead and start moving on with the what's going on with YouTube. Some of this stuff is really shocking to me, and it's getting to the point where it's almost time to start addressing the real issue. And we're going to get to that in just a second. Linda White, nice. I'm getting okay, good. I'm glad to hear that you're getting your notifications for him rather. But I just noticed that he was putting out a lot of content, and I just happened to stumble across this page. Haven't been over there in a little minute. And I'm like, how did I miss all this stuff, So for those that, are watching the case and everything, you guys know that he was down there. He hasn't really pumped out a whole lot. Well, he's starting to put it out. So definitely get over there. Make sure your notifications are on. He's working really hard to get that content out. It appears, and I was watching it, and it's really good. And I know anybody that's been following this case loves to see all new content, loves to see what is going on, and definitely, if you guys haven't been over there in a little minute, you guys have missed a lot. So you've got a lot to catching up on. So get over there. Get those videos watched. You're gonna love. You're gonna love actually all of it. He does a really great job with the stuff he does, and just really super proud of him. Let's see who else I had. Yeah, I had to do that too. So Karen's having some issues too. Yeah. So there's something going on there with that notification. So for those going on there, Dolly's voice is so soothing. He's good people. Are you kidding me? Crime scene photo? Absolutely. I got to tell you, Dolly makes me laugh. He literally, you know what? Like the description of the air, when he drove or rode in the plane, right? He rode in the plane. The way he describes it, he just makes it so hilarious. Like I'm just sitting there laughing. I'm listening to it after the fact. I wasn't listening to the live, because I'm not a night owl. I'm an early bird. So there's no way I could. Every now and again, only when I can't sleep do I actually catch him live. Except when he was, I caught him live during the day when he was in Tennessee, but typically I can't catch him live. And so he was describing the play. And then he goes to describing the dogs, the dog chasing him. And the man has a way of explaining things that are just absolutely, without a doubt, hilarious. Like falling on the ground. Like I was laughing so hard at some of his commentary. I literally had tears rolling down my face. I was literally laughing that hard. Good people is an understatement. He is great. He's absolutely, without a doubt, great people. But you know what? That's the good thing. It's funny because I feel like on YouTube, people get the vibe, and they, good people typically surround themselves with good people, and not so good people typically surround themselves with not so good people, just like when I was explaining, people that have issues, substance issues or stuff like that, people that don't hang around those types of people. It's the same kind of thing here on YouTube, and we're going to get into that in just a second. But yes, he does have a soothing voice, but he has a way of just explaining things. Yes, absolutely. It's just hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh my gosh, Linda, you have no idea. You have no idea. The man called me crying. I mean, he was absolutely. I think that's what caused that. And many of you guys know I've been friends with JLR for years. We've done a lot of political stuff. We've worked together for, doing a lot of different things. We worked well together when we worked together, right? And out of everything we've covered and everything we've done, I don't think I've ever got that kind of phone call before. It just did something to me. It really did, because he's my friend. He's always been, the rock, so to speak. It's like there was a time when like in the political era and stuff like that, some of the stuff, it gets to you, even like Gabby Petito, when we were doing the Gabby Petito, and he was the one that was always like, just keep moving forward. He was the one, the driving force that helped me get out of myself, that helped me, pushed me further and stuff like that. And so he was always to me like the rock. And when we were, when we had our team going out almost, I mean, we went literally everywhere with her for a while. Right. And while we collaborated during those times, we are kind of, making our own way, and we will again collaborate. Olivia, many of you guys know Olivia, Mom, and I are working on getting to Michigan for a trip. Jonathan will not be participating in that trip for other reasons, so it's not for anything else. But it's just one of these things that even when we were all the three musketeers almost, so to speak, we always heavily relied on Jonathan. Like Jonathan was the navigational beacon. When we got stuck, he always made sure we found a way through it. And, he was always the rock of the team. And then to hear him just call me and just be so emotional and grief stricken, it was hard. It was hard to contain myself. And, that's where that emotional plea and that, emotional, then he sends me the photo and I freaking lost it. I absolutely lost it. And so that's kind of how the whole video started, right? It was because of that call. But absolutely, Linda, he was very emotional. It was very devastating for him. Many of you guys know or you don't, maybe you don't know. He has a cat, and his cat's like his child to him. And I mean, it's like, you don't mess with that cat. Don't say anything bad about that cat, And so and he's just an animal lover. I'm an animal lover too. Don't get me wrong. It did get to me, but I wasn't the one that physically had to see that. I saw a photo, and that was absolutely horrid. But just being there, pulling up to that, seeing, I can't. It's going to make me cry. But yes, he was definitely, without a doubt, grief-stricken over it, because he had been fighting. Many of you guys know he had been fighting for a really long time, long before I got on board with reaching out to the Humane Society, trying to work with them to get the animals off that mountain. And he was successful at getting many of the animals off that mountain and into the care of the Humane Society prior, months ago. And they were actually having communications and things like that with him, telling him, yes, we were able to get some animals. We spayed, we neutered them, we gave them some nutrition and things of that nature. Right now, there's nobody on that mountain taking care of those dogs. Are those dogs being fed? Yeah, they're probably being taken care of by the Humane Society, which is why I'm saying that, maybe we all need to be a little more generous and give back to them, because they are working. And I'm not removing my video, because that is a piece of me. That was my emotion at the time. And, we worked hard. And what upset me so much is that I did try calling the Humane Society to speak to somebody. It never had to get to that point. Nobody would return my phone calls, and their voicemail was always full, and nobody would ever pick up the phone. That's a true statement. Whether they like to hear that or not, that is not spreading misinformation. That is a true statement. And that's something they're going to have to deal with. But does it change the fact that they're there trying to help these animals? No, it doesn't. And it's not the fault of them, because their county has no animal control. Furthermore, if you guys recall, Dispatch is the one that told me I needed to call them, that they were the ones that did this stuff, right? So it's not like at the time I knew that they didn't have the authority to do something. I mean, did their Hawkins County Dispatch told me to call them? Take it up with them, right? So yes, BK Con rap songs. Did you see how he pissed in his yard? You know what? We get some good out of him and some bad. If you guys didn't see, he was on here. I was talking about John Bonet, and he was on here, and he actually held himself very professionally. And one of the lines, I clipped that video and actually made it its own video. And I even said the world could use more Benjamin and less Benny Keys. And I truly mean that, because it seems like, you get a little snippet of the good that man can do, and then he slips right back into that thug mentality, that childish garbage. But see, if people didn't condone that and denounce that kind of behavior, even on his side, he wouldn't do it as much. But when they're egging him on and thinking it's funny and doing that, that's what keeps this stuff up, right? If his people would say this is going too far, maybe he might change. Again, I don't know what makes that man tick. I really don't. But he's getting views, and people are supporting him financially. So, that you're not going to see it happen here. I have more respect for myself than to do stuff like that here. So, anyways, let me just see what we got going on here. Hi, Suki. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Rural areas lack supportive animal services, unfortunately. Yeah, but you know what? Just because that's the case doesn't mean that always has to be the case, because we have animal control in Manatee County. And guess what? We have rural areas in Manatee County. So, we're doing our part here, and so should everybody else. I think the problem is that they have such a poor county that it's hard to raise the taxes there, because you can't raise the taxes to such a way that they're unaffordable for the residents that reside there. I mean, my county's doing that. Like, my county's almost entirely too expensive. Like, if I didn't own this home, I would be screwed. Excuse my language. I would. I don't know. I really would. I can't, like, right now, I can't sell this house and move into another house without getting a mortgage. That's how bad it is in my county. So I sit tight, right? I sit tight. Miss Chu. Can't stand a liar. Yeah, I can't either. And that brings me up to another thing that we're going to be talking about as to what is wrong with YouTube. Oh, thank you. Yes, please go out for those that are in here and hit the thumbs up. I don't usually do afternoon lives, so it's nice to see so many people in here this afternoon. I'm very thankful. Thank you, Miss Chewy. Are you aligned with Ernie the Scammer? Are you aligned with Ernie the Scammer? No, there are certain things just as true with my political stance as I work with anybody that has the same, we unify on the same causes when those causes align with mine. Does he have some causes that I believe in? Absolutely, he does. Primarily the cyberbullying and the harassment online. Absolutely. So it depends on what you're saying. I will talk to anybody about anything. And if it is within certain parameters, I will work with anybody. Absolutely. I will work with anybody. It's all about respect, and it's all about driving home a message. And if I can unify with other creators for a common goal, I absolutely will, despite what other people think. I judge people on their own merit. As far as I'm concerned, the man has never scammed me out of anything. If he scammed other people, that is for them to take up with the court of law and prove that in a court of law. Many of you know I'm all about law and order. So it depends on how you want to see it. BDAC. But that's my statement related to that. Thank you. Jimmy is fantastic. Yes, he is. I'd like to see the hound trying to ankle bite. And he says it's a beagle of all dogs. That is hilarious. I can't wait to see that. I want to see that clip. The way he described it, I'm telling you, I could have rolled off the bed. Like, I was laughing so hard. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Oh, Susie's my favorite color. Oh my gosh. They call her like, I can't remember what they say. I think because she's always trying to beat up on Dolly, but she reminds me, back when you were in elementary school and how you had that, well, for the girls, and I guess it could have be applied to the boys too, but for the girls, you had that one person that always picked on you, and then you found out that they secretly had a crush on you. I think Susie secretly is in love with Dolly. I truly believe that. I think she is secretly in love with her. I think she wouldn't know what to do with herself if she didn't have a chance to talk to Dolly every night before she went to bed. Like, that is her, that's her routine. She has to talk to him, but she just can't say, "Oh, Dolly, I really, really like you." She has to say, "But why you get," just that whiny. I think she's secretly in love. Susie, just tell the man you love him. That's so funny. Yeah, he has good nature. Got a lot of Dolly lovers in here. Where's the Dolly Llama? And he's probably in bed. Actually, is he? Might be at work. I don't know. Did he ever go to work? I thought he was supposed to go to work, and then I see him on a live. I'd seen him this morning in the middle of the night, still in a car somewhere between Tennessee and Virginia. It's crazy. Oh, no flyers. And yes, and you know what's funny about that is we were just there in January. They were plastered everywhere. There wasn't a restaurant we went into. There wasn't a county building that we went into. There was no place that there wasn't her photo. And we actually went downtown and posted even more flyers in the downtown Rogersville. We posted her flyers in windows. We handed them out to shop owners, everything. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I don't think I ever released any of that footage. But yeah, we were all downtown posting flyers in January. But there was flyers literally everywhere. I mean, we went over to Kingsport to a steakhouse and boom, there's a flyer as soon as you walk in. So it was pretty odd to hear that, you know, even when I was down there doing my stuff, I didn't go into a lot of stores. You know, I was driving around following this map and, you know, the flyers were still up on the stop signs as you enter Ben Hill Road. But I didn't realize that, you know, people had taken the signs down or whatever that they may have done. So it was a little odd for me that he said that there's no signs there because, I mean, we were there January. They were literally plastered everywhere. And I also went and checked, you know, those alerts and what was the longest alert, Amber Alert that was out there. And I guess there was one that lasted 20 years. I'm thinking, so it makes you wonder how long the alert's going to last for. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. But I just happened to run across, you know, I just went over there. I'm like, man, I haven't heard from my friend in a while. I wonder what he's posting, you know, what's going on in his world. And I went over there and I noticed that he's been posting and I hadn't been getting notifications. And so I thought, you know, sometimes YouTube gets a little funky and you stop getting your notifications for whatever reason. So I went ahead and unsubscribed, resubscribed, and checked the bell. So I thought maybe if it's happening to me, I know we share a lot of subs. It might be happening to you guys too. So wanted to make sure you guys didn't miss out on content because he does, you know, he does a lot of great work and he goes to a lot of different places. So wanted to make sure, you know, figure out, you know, what's going on there. So what did you say about the reward money? Okay, so tragic. I'm glad you brought that up. So this is, it had nothing to do with reward money at all. I don't ever talk about reward money because if anybody knows, when we are a team and we go out there looking for this, our internal team has a policy that if we ever came across anything where we got the reward money, we turn that reward money back over to the families. That is something that when Jonathan, Olivia, and I got together, that was one of the things that Jonathan, you know, pushed. He wanted to make sure that if we ever did find anything, if there was ever reward money, he never wanted to take that reward money. You know, that was one of the things that we voted on as a team, that we would turn that money over to the families. For example, if we did find something that led to the led to the finding of Summer Wells, we wouldn't turn it over to her family, her mom and dad, but we would definitely turn that money over for the benefit of the boys. So this idea that, you know, we're after this reward money is ludicrous. And it's been that way, you know, even with Gabby Petito, that was an agreement that Jonathan and I had when we were looking for Brian Laundrie. So, you know, that's not even what I said. See, this is where TM manipulates for content. So what had happened is Dolly was out in front of Allie's house, and he was talking to he was live. So he's talking to the people in his channel, asking them, should I go over there and ask them if they'll give me an interview? My response was, no risk, no reward. Basically, and I say this multiple times to a lot of different people, whether it be a job or a new relationship, or in this case, whether he gets an interview or not. If you don't put yourself out there, you're never going to get the benefit of putting yourself out there, i.e., no risk, no reward. But instead of TM putting that in context and actually airing the video with that statement, and she just clips that statement. It was all for drama. It was all to create viewership. It was all because she's becoming more irrelevant, in my opinion. People aren't watching her. She's got over 16,000 subscribers and can barely get 400 people in her chat. Whereas Dolly has like 11, or he just made 12,000. He gets over 1,000 to 1,200 people in his lives. And it made me realize that she must be, losing. She's got to create drama to get people to pay attention to her channel, in my opinion. I've never done anything wrong to her. I definitely did not deserve her picking on me in that way. I did nothing wrong. I was just responding. And, at the end of the day, the reward is actually finding any information that leads to the whereabouts of Summer Wells. And it was all twisted and manipulated, and it was done intentionally. So shame on her for doing that. Shame on the people that believe that nonsense. They could have went over to Dolly's channel and reviewed what actually transpired and found out what truly happened. But she did it with malicious. She did it maliciously. And I don't know why. I've never done anything to her. And as a matter of fact, many of you guys have heard me say nothing but nice and kind things about her. And actually even told people, don't go over there, causing and stirring up any stuff. And so for her to do that was really appalling to me. It really shows her integrity and her character. And I have personally, since that happened, with her not giving any context and acting like a fool, trying to call me out. And you know what else happened? She made a statement, hashtag Bullhorn Betty, I'm alive. I need to talk to you, or something to that effect. I can't remember. I actually responded to that and said, hey, nice to hear from you, or something to that effect. Please reach out to me by my Gmail. And I said, bullhornbetty@gmail.com, and I will give you my personal phone number. Do you know that message was deleted? And then she goes on her live and says that she's tried to get a hold of me and could not. So I went to my Gmail to see if she ever wrote me so I could give her my cell phone number. And she never wrote me. So she lied again. Can you believe that? That's the kind of garbage that I'm so sick of with these creators that just want to stir the pot and just want to create the drama to have viewership. It was nothing like that. It was nothing like that. I'm not this vicious person. Many people know I have fought hard for Summer Wells. I've expended thousands of dollars of my money, of my own money. Never mind the contributions you get. I mean, shoot, Snow just sent me up there to follow the map to see if we could find something, which we did find something a little creepy, I have to be honest. So it's like, what gives? And this is a woman that's made money off Summer Wells' name, even though she tries to say she hasn't. We all know she has. And she has not gone out there one time, but wants to attack the people that have. And I don't like that. I think that's inappropriate. I personally think that's inappropriate. And again, it goes to her integrity and character. And probably the reason why she's losing viewership. I mean, in all reality. So, yeah. I mean, in the end of the day, that's exactly what happens. It's, that's something they're going to have to deal with. I did not say anything that was inaccurate about the Humane Society. We've reached out to them. They have not called us. If she would have called me back 2 weeks prior to Jonathan finding that animal. Now, and they even tried to say, well, it was badly decomposed. It'd been there for a while. I was just there 2 days before. Had videotape of that entire front yard. And guess what? No animal. So for that animal to have been there, it just happened. And so they didn't get all the facts. But had they reached out to me 2 weeks ago when I was concerned about Candace not being there and asked them to go do a welfare check, if they would have just called me and explained that, we're a 5013C or whatever it is, and that, there is no animal control in that county, that passionate video would have been much different. But it's called communication. And it's not like I haven't reached out to them. They just failed to respond. So, there is fault on both sides of the aisle, if you ask me. A water hose make fun of Betty Washam. I don't know who Betty Washam is, so I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I agree. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna get through some of these questions. What time is it? Okay, so I've gotta leave here in like 30 minutes. So we'll let me try to get through these questions and see how many I can answer before I have to leave here in 30 minutes. I hope you guys. Thank you all for coming in. I appreciate your time. We're going to go over a couple things, but let me get through these questions, and then there's going to be a time when I have to cut the questions to get on with the meat and potatoes of what all this is. Yes, all dogs matter. Absolutely, absolutely. My opinion, BK has ruined the. Yeah, he's getting there, and but you know what? You know, if people didn't support that kind of conduct, it would not be happening. So every time somebody goes over there just to look behind the curtain to see what's going on, guess what? You're supporting them. Every time you watch a video and it has an advertisement, guess what? You are supporting him. Even if you're not intentionally supporting him, you are supporting him. So you need to consider that, you know, before being curious. You know, sometimes things are just left behind the curtain. And so the only people that are going to fix the issues here on YouTube are the people that are watching YouTube. I can't fix them. I'm only one creator. You know, again, I'm the product, right? You're the purchaser of that product. So if you're here watching this channel and you're watching an advertisement with this channel, you're supporting this channel. And it's no different on any other channel. So if you don't like the channel, just don't watch. Because every time you watch, it's supporting it. It's supporting the chaos. It's supporting the drama. It's supporting the untruths. So just, you know, take a little bit of consideration when you're doing that. Trust me, if it's outlandish, somebody's going to put it on their channel that you do watch. I'm just saying. It won't be mine, but somebody will. If people want to move on from this case, the problem here, okay, it again comes back to the people in my chat room, right? The people that watch and support this channel. They want this information. I'm only a conduit to get it. That's all. That's all I am, is a conduit for my subscribers. If they wanted to leave this case alone and move on, they would leave this case alone and move on. But they want to know what's going on with this baby girl. And unfortunately, that's just the name of the game. So and until another case comes along, I mean, Summer, I'm sorry, but Summer has melted a lot of hearts. There are so many people that are out there that just can't grasp why nothing has moved forward in this case. You know, there's so many low-hanging fruit in this case, in my opinion, that those parents should be arrested on unrelated charges of Summer, you know, Summer's disappearance. They should be arrested on child neglect, child endangerment, animal abuse, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. There's so many other charges that Candace and Don should be charged with that they're not, and people are a little outraged over that. So while I don't believe it's a good question. I'm not frustrated with you at all. I mean, it's a great question. But again, I'm only a product, right? So until the people have made peace, and until the people are ready to move on, this case is going to continue to be covered, and that's just a fact. And there's no way around that. There's no way around that. So I get what you're saying, but you know, there are almost 300 people in this chat, and this wasn't even tagged with Summer. This was tagged as what's going on with YouTube. But they know somehow or way we're going to be talking about the case somewhere, way, shape, or form. So it is what it is. I get what you're saying, but until the appetite of the consumer goes away, this case is not going to not be talked about on YouTube. Period. You are right. You make me laugh. Yes, absolutely. But you are right. No matter what, it wouldn't matter. I could go run into a burning building and save a baby, and people would still call me a liar and still make crap about me, and it's insanity. It is insanity. And you know what? To me, to be this obsessed with one person on YouTube is almost borderline mental illness. I've never. You don't see these people on my page. You don't see me talking about them endlessly. You don't see this conduct going on over here. It's going on over there. These people are making hate channels about me and trying to point the finger and saying I'm the problem. Like, these people really have something wrong upstairs. I mean, they really do. Oh, Night Stalker, I know BDAC is. That's okay. I'll still address them. Oh, thank you, Abby Blitz. Nice to see you. It's insane. It's insane. So getting back to like what's wrong with YouTube, and actually we kind of covered it because it was about TM and that whole crazy rant over a statement. And not only that, like, if you're going to say it's pretty sad when Jody Sue, like, I haven't even talked to Jody Sue, but Jody Sue apparently doesn't like me either. But it's pretty sad when you got Jody Sue on your channel and say, I don't think she really intended it to sound like that. That's pretty bad. When the person that's running this channel is trying to make this leap and this stretch just to get content, right? Just to have something to talk about, whether it's true, factual, or correct. And then you have somebody you pull up on panel that you think is going to agree with you because you know she doesn't like me. And she's like, well, I really don't think she used it in that. Now, that's pretty stinking bad. That's pretty bad, if you ask me. I mean, that's just like, really, lady, get a grip. Get a grip. But, I didn't realize I was this popular, and I also heard from people that they would not be talking about me if I didn't have relevance. So who knew? Who knew? I am a relevant person here in YouTube world. People pay attention and watch me. They literally watch every single word that's coming out of my mouth. But they're trying to tell me I'm nothing special. Apparently they think I'm everything, right? I'm their content. Run from Snoopy. What's wrong with you guys? She's a get up and go person. Yeah, I am. I go. Let's just keep going here. Like when Susie calls, it's fun. I have to be Blue Eyes. I can't stand to listen to her voice anymore. I don't know what it is, but it's just so repetitive. It really is. It's so repetitive that it's hard to listen to her voice anymore. But it's funny, and but I think the reason why I actually listen to it is because of Dolly's face when he's talking to her, or trying to make sense out of what she's saying, or tries to respond intelligently to her, and he's just waiting for the next jab or stab, and it's just so funny. And everything he says, no matter what he could be talking about BK, he could be talking about another creator, and she somehow always finds a way to make it about herself. Has anybody noticed that about Susie? She always finds a way to make it about herself. I have never in my life met somebody that's that creative, that literally everything that comes out of one person's mouth has to be about her. Even when he's saying it's about BK, even when he's saying it's about Savage, even when he's saying it's about this person or that person, she finds a way to turn it around and make it all about her. And actually, it brings me up with the whole loose neck. I'm sorry. The stuff that goes on that channel. I have to watch it the next day, and you know what? I swear it's still as funny as watching it live. I've done it both ways. I mean, I like the interactive, being interactive when it's actually live, but it's still just as funny watching it on the replay. I have to be honest with you. So, yeah, I agree. but you know what? We're going to be out there June 15th. Maybe we all, and I got a big shout out to Cher. She donated $30 for purple glow sticks. So I'm going to go out and try to find purple glow sticks. I'm going to buy those. We're still getting candles and things of that nature, but we're going to have some purple glow sticks that that are going to be purchased for the benefit of Summer Wells. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Cher for that. Ms. Cher, thank you so much for your donation. I just set up a new phone, so I was just getting into the Cash App aspect, and I just wanted to say thank you. I will still spend every dollar of that toward purple glow sticks. So thank you so much for those that are out there. Please don't forget to thank Cher. I think she's with the Voices Behind the Walls, if I'm not mistaken. Cher, I'm sorry if I messed that up. But definitely appreciate the donation. We will definitely have that out there. Guys, people are reaching out to me now, letting me know that they're coming. They're coming. They're telling me who they're bringing. I mean, we've got quite a few folks already planning on being out there. I hope each and every one of you, start making plans now. June 15th is far enough away that you can go ahead and coordinate with work, that you'll be off for a day or two to fly out there. Again, the reason why we chose Hawkins County Sheriff's Office is because we want to honor Summer's memory, but we also want to let law enforcement know we support them and we want them to do better. So anybody that would like to, there's no nasty signs allowed. I don't want them. If I see them, I'm taking them away. If you don't like it, you can leave the event. Period. Signs that are okay is, we love you, Summer, justice for Summer, we back the blue. Nice supporting signs. This is an event for Summer. This is to honor her and honor her memory in a way that's safe for everyone. This is a public place that's well lit. And I just really want to make it meaningful. And so if people don't like the location, it has never been about the location to me. It is all about the hearts gathered at that location. And that's what really matters. That's what makes this so impactful. That's what's going to make this a great event for everybody that chooses to attend. Again, I don't care, who comes. Just know that all petty squabbles, whether you like somebody or don't like somebody, that's not the time or the place to act on those. Even if Candace and Grandis show up, they are to be respected. They are to be, to be included. This is open for everybody. Again, this has nothing to do with us. This is all about Summer Wells. This is all about letting law enforcement know that we will not let her name die and that we support them and we want them to do the best job possible. Okay. I get down here. Somebody gave a super chat of some sort, but I'm so far behind. I had to scroll through half of you guys' questions, and I apologize. I'm still looking for it. Oh boy! Wow. There it is. Oh, Snow, you're too sweet. Thank you. I gotcha. So, and Dolly actually said he's going to reach out to Hawkins County to find out what the rules are for him to place signs, actual signage on Beach Creek Road, because I never understood when I went to Ben Hill a couple weeks ago why the big sign of her was on Ben Hill, and it was really up there on the mountain. And at this time, the bushes were starting to grow over where one side of her face was completely covered. And I just never understood, why is it there? Why isn't it down on Beach Creek where so many more people pass by? Why would it be on Ben Hill Road where only a small number of people pass by that road? Just a little curious for me. And, I hope they give him permission to tie some things up related to Summer Wells. Summer's name needs to be out there. We need to be making sure that we keep her front and center, because I feel like she's been failed long before she disappeared. I feel like she has been failed by a lot of people that should have been making sure she was safe and okay. Primarily, unfortunately, the law enforcement officers that went to that house so many times and never once got CPS involved long before this happened, because that house, you know, they were always out there with those children running around and the parents being so off their rockers, you know, with the alcohol and things of that nature, that I just don't understand why law enforcement wasn't involved much sooner in the case with them. So it's just disheartening to know that it had to come to this for that poor baby. And, you know, we just want to make sure that we're doing good. Oh, thank you, Georgia girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I am going to an event. I'm going to a movie. Well, it's kind of like a movie. They're running a movie at a friend's office. So I'm going to be there, and we're getting people together to watch this movie. So it's good. Hi, Anissa. Nice to see you. Helping you in June 15th. Big Dream, thank you. Thank you. I can use all the help I can get. You know, I'm not sure. I did reach out to several of my media friends. I've reached out to WJHL. I've reached out to Brian Enton. I reached out to a gal over at Insider Edition that I've known for several years. Her name's Lauren Lavelle, and she actually wrote back and said, thank you for the heads up. So I've reached out to some of my larger media friends that, you know, will help cover this visual. I don't know if they're going to, but, you know, I just wanted to make sure that they knew about it, so they could at least have a team out there. But we're going to keep moving this forward. To all the mothers out there, I will not be going live tomorrow, but I did want to give you guys a big shout out. I want to say Happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you. White Rabbit, oh, nice to see you, honey. You know what? I need to go over here. Hold on a second. I need to get you. I got to make sure you're you. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a wrench, but just give me a second so I can pull you up.
I'm making this quick video because it has been.
That's so funny. I have to watch my own commercials. Oh my goodness. Hold on, White Rabbit. Let me see. There you are. What the hell do I do this? I forgot how to do this. What the hell? Is it in here that I gotta do it? Hold on, give me a second. I haven't modded anybody in so long. The only thing I can do is put you in timeout. Like, I thought I was. Oh, it's the phone. Sorry. Hold on, give me a second. Let me go in here. I want to make sure that you're modded because I want to make sure that we. Oh, there we go. There we go. You got a wrench. You got a wrench. I hope all is well with you, White Rabbit. Yeah. So, Clout Chasers Unite. Did you see my? You gave me the best idea for the shirt. So, you know, I was in White Rabbit's channel, and she was, you know, just kind of going on a tangent because, well, first of all, people are using Clout Chaser wrong. They're clearly not. They have no clue what Clout Chaser's definition is. And so anybody that ever uses that word, please go look at the definition so you use it properly. So anyways, they're calling White Rabbit a Clout Chaser. And she's like, I just need to wear Clout Chaser or design a Clout Chaser. I'm like, let me go over here and just see what I can do. And people actually like it, White Rabbit. They like my Bullhorn Betty Clout Chaser gear. I can't wait to start seeing people showing me pictures of them in the Clout Chaser gear. And I'm actually thinking about skank gear too. Why not? You know, how many times I've been. I need to stop. Hey, Ziggy. Nope, this is just Pepsi. Just Pepsi. I don't even have room in the house. So I'm sure you're just a troll. I don't really think you're the true Ziggy. But I wish I did have rum in this house. And guess what? If I did, so what? So what? People. You guys, these trolls are what's wrong with YouTube. I think YouTube needs to limit the amount of accounts people can set up. And when they start setting up the hundreds and stuff like that, they need to completely remove all of their accounts and deny them access, because there is no good that comes of anybody having that many accounts on YouTube. They have to know that that is specifically designed to harass and troll other accounts. It's 5 o'clock here. Right. Well, you never know. Over at my friend's business, they may have alcohol. I just don't have it. So I have Pepsi. And the only reason why it's in a cup and not out of the can is because I forgot to put the cans in the refrigerator. I don't drink my sodas hot. And I even have some coffee. So I'm drinking soda and coffee. No, it's definitely not. It's just a troll. It's just a troll. It's for me. But that's okay. Whatever makes her happy, or him. Never know. Or it. I don't know what these people like to be called. Anyways. All right, guys. I want you guys to make it a great Saturday. My time is getting pretty close. I got to leave here in 8 minutes. But have a great day. To all the mothers out there and stepmoms, grandmas, aunts, y'all are amazing women. You guys do so much for your family. And I just want to give you guys a big shout out. Happy Mother's Day. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you guys have a peaceful, restful, loving, amazing day tomorrow. You deserve every bit of it. Allow your family to spoil you. Do it with love. You absolutely deserve it. Oh, thank you, Real Amanda 123. You are so sweet. Thank you. But you absolutely, without a doubt, deserve it. And just God bless you guys. Without women, this country wouldn't be a country. This world wouldn't be a world. This earth wouldn't be a earth. It takes beautiful women to make homes, period. You guys do it? Yeah. But it's the women. It is the women that truly make life worth living. My mom makes my life worth living. So to all the mothers, aunts, grandmothers, stepmoms, God bless you. Have an amazing Mother's Day. For everybody else, I want you to have an amazing weekend, and don't forget to be fearless. Love you, and God bless.